Okay, so to review what we created earlier in the last tutorial, we created the last file and the most important file we created was called ck.pem, which contains the certificate and private key for the SSL connection to the Apple push notification service. So we're gonna want to take this file and with it and with PHP code use this file to create a SSL connection with the Apple push notification service. After we created that connection, we can send our message, and the user will get a push notification. So for my web server, I'm using NetBeans IDE. You can use whatever text editor you want, and I'm just gonna show the code. And because it's utilized on my web server, which I used Zen framework, um which create a model view controller of my web server. So it's actually might look a bit different on your web server, but the logic is the same. So we're not gonna you're not gonna be able to copy paste that code and use it for your own web server. Rather, you can take the code and create your own PHP page and put it on your server, but it will kind of be different than what I used. I know it's a bit blurry, but try to understand the logic and take bits of code and not the entire code. So basically, what I do here is I grab. You can actually utilize this script whenever the user clicks the button. I use it with Ajax. When the user clicks a button, I launch Ajax. I launch a JavaScript function, and with the Ajax call, I pass the parameters. But you can also do it with a post or whatever you want. Basically, I'm grabbing the parameters that the user sent. I'm grabbing the message and grabbing the device token. And then I put the passphrase. As you recall, when we created a PEM file, we were asked to input a password. So you need your passphrase is that password. So as you recall, our password was knowledge-share. After that, we're gonna create a contact stream to connect via SSL to Apple push notification service. So we're gonna connect using SSL, and we're gonna need here a path to our PEM file. So I specify a path to my PEM file, and also I made sure that I copy my PEM file. I copy this PEM file. To the path I specified. And after that, I passed in the passphrase to connect for that stream, which is knowledge-share. And I input the address that we need to connect, which the address is what you see here. And it's all in the Apple documentation, push notification documentation. The address is written, and the port is also 2195. And after that, I try to connect to that URL. And if I manage to connect, I create the message, the body of our message, which contains an alert and a sound. And the way a push notification message is made is a JSON string. The body of the message is actually a JSON string, and we create the JSON string from our body, and then pack it in a message in a format. You need to send it in a specific format, which also is written in the Apple push notification documentation. So here we're doing this. We format our JSON string and wrap it in the proper way. And after that, we write everything to the server, and we close the connection, and we're passing success to the JavaScript function. Uh, as you recall, I call it with the Ajax call. So this is the PHP logic. I also created a view, which is the HTML you see, which is basically a table with input containing a device token, and another input that contains the message, and also a button which launches a JavaScript function. This JavaScript function calls to send the data with an Ajax call. So this is the HTML. It's pretty simple if you know your way around HTML and PHP. And after that, we can then enter the URL in a browser. So I'm gonna activate a browser. And go to the URL of our page. Which I kind of forgot what it is. The URL of our page is push notification. And one important thing that I forgot earlier, when we created the Xcode app, if you review your Xcode app again and launch it, and because in our code we implemented our methods where application did register for remote notification, we actually printed to the log our device token. So if you see the log output, when you run the program, you'll eventually see my token is and the actual token. So this is our device token. So you need to copy this to send the actual message. So here our page is loaded, and I'm gonna read the device token here, but the device token you can't put the braces or spaces, so we're gonna delete all the spaces. And we're gonna input a message and send it, and successfully submitted my request, and wait, and as you can hear, I got the message. So that's pretty much it. I know the last part was a bit hard to understand. The most important thing of the last part to remember is first of all, you can download the PHP script from the URL of the article, which you can see in the description, and you can also you don't have to put that script. That script is a connection script. You can use it wherever you want and utilize it in your web server, whatever way you want it. Just remember, a few important things is the CKPEM file. You have to make sure that it points to your CKPEM file. That's the most important thing. You have to remember your passphrase, and you have to remember how you grab the device token. You can just put it directly, or you can create a registration process from your Xcode application. And there's really this tutorial tries to explain in a general way push notification, but you can make much more complicated things from it. So I hope it made everything clearer. And visit knowledge-share.co, knowledge-share.co.il for the full article and source code. Thank you for watching.